I've got games, so many games, I don't know what to do with all the games. And if you just want to chat, let's talk in bits and bytes, cause I'm down like that. When I'm at the Goodwills or when I'm checking Craigslist, all I'm thinking about is my NES. It's just something I do, it's like the passing of time. Without further ado, let's end this rhyme.
Hey everybody, it's me, Justin, aka Goodwill Hunter, and I'm back with a special pickups that I'm shooting right now today for one of the items that I picked up. I just got back from the Goodwill. It's my lunch break, and I was really excited to actually get one of these. I've been wanting one secretly for a while, and I just never thought. It's one of those items that, you know, it was really expensive when it came out, and not a lot of people bought on to the fact, and the technology kind of got overshadowed by other technology, so it kind of fell away and out of popularity. So now it's one of those obscure things to pick up, but don't fret, it's not just going to be a video on that. I did pick up some stuff at Goodwill yesterday, and yeah, I thought it was a really another good, great find, and I can't stress, I get this feeling sometimes that I just need to go out, I need to go, you know, looking for stuff, and I had a feeling that I needed to go to this Goodwill because I hadn't been there all week, and I felt like if I go there, it's going to be something good. Probably one of the reasons why I go to a lot of thrift stores and hunting a lot is that I always figure if I don't go, then I'll pass on something great, like, you know, I don't know, freaking Earthbound or something popping up for $2.99 at a Goodwill. Hasn't happened, but that's not to say Ed T 1138, he's found one or two copies. I don't know how much he paid for them, but I'm super jealous. Super jealous. And so anyway, so I went to the Goodwill yesterday, picked up another great find, but I also picked up some games. I picked up a couple PlayStation 2 games. We got Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. It was only half price, so $2 and something. We got The World's Scariest Police Chases. If you remember that show on Fox that they play all the time. Again, it's by Fox Interactive, a horrible studio. They brought us such great games as the Die Hard trilogies, which they're not as bad as everyone makes them out to be, but they made those horrible Simpsons games. Jesus. Thank God they got rid of them. And the last game I picked up was a PC expansion for Diablo, which is Hellfire, which apparently is the only authorized expansion for Diablo. I didn't know there was any unauthorized ones. I'd like to see what that is, but just adds more character classes and more enemies, some quests. I've never played Diablo, the first one. I've only ever played the second one in the expansion, the Lords of Destruction. Haven't played the third one, want to play it, but I don't have a PC that's up to my standards as far as hardware-wise to play it. So I want to have a good experience when I do play it. Unless they port it, which they will never do, and if they did, it would suck, to a console. Maybe the Ouya will have it. But so I was walking in the back, and it's the second time I found one of these there. I'm walking in the back, and they got a couple of PlayStation 1s, some GameCubes, original Xbox, but you know, they want like 20 bucks for them, especially for the PlayStation 1s. It's not even worth that. It's not even worth freaking $5. Those things just are, they're garbage. Half of the time they don't even work. They're disgustingly look like someone shit on it. Yeah, so I just usually pass on those. But they did have one of these. I'm surprised no one actually picked it up. Because I sure as hell did. I picked up another Xbox 360. This is the one that has HDMI, as you can see. And they only wanted $15.91, sold as is. But it had some things going for it. It had a, I don't know if you can, whoop, had the Halo 3 hard drive on top, so that was a plus. You know, I could probably sell this for 20 bucks, just the hard drive. And it had hookups. You got the AV, which I wouldn't use, but it also had the brick and the AC cord. So I went looking around and found a controller, $393. It's a wired one, but you can see, looks like someone's kid ate the buttons on these. They still work though. And it is wired, but it did have the dongle. So that was plus for $4. So altogether for like 20 bucks. You know, I plugged it in and I hit the open for the disk drive, and it did not want to open. But there were no, it was not red ringing. It actually turned on and was working fine. Took it to my work, opened it up, and then all I really had to do was open the CD drive and clean the rubber belt for the gears. Once I did that, it worked fine. Was watching a movie on it last night, updated the console to the latest dashboard, fully functioning. Except, you know, whenever I find these things, this little door down here is always broken. So yeah, that was a pretty good steal, right? Right? I think so. And now onto my really awesome, geeky, nerdy, almost shot my load when I saw this. Well, I didn't see it first. I actually saw the media, the discs for it. So without further ado, and if you're not into anything this is not video game related, then you can just turn it off now. But before you do, comment below, subscribe up top if you haven't, and stay tuned. Alright, now for everyone else that doesn't give a shit about just video games, I got something I was really happy to get. Let me get it. Well, yeah, let me show you this first. Alright, well, this is how much I paid for it. I paid $14.91. They labeled it as a CD player. You see that? That says Laserdisc. This is a CD and a Laserdisc player from Pioneer. And I turned it on just to verify. You know, it opens. It's got all the knobs. You can twist this knob, and you can twist that knob, push that knob. So turns on, opens up. I'm guessing it works. I don't really know if it actually reads the laser discs, but I'm guessing it does. Because when I went up front, I'm rummaging through all the DVDs and looking to see if they have any Nintendo games, because they never seem to have cartridge games. I look down the last shelf and I see this. The Golden Age of Looney Tunes. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. This is a freaking Laserdisc. So I start rummaging through. It's kind of cool. I'm rummaging through all of them, and I'm like, oh crap. It was just so cool, man. You know, Laserdiscs. They were like the freaking, look how huge that thing is. You know, one of those technologies that, you know, didn't catch on because it was so expensive to own a Laserdisc player. Yeah, so it was really expensive to own a Laserdisc player, but that was like, if you had the money and you wanted something better than VHS, you got that. DVDs, I don't think were out well, obviously they weren't out at the time. But I think once DVD kind of caught on, you're like, either a disc this big or a disc that's like fucking 4 times the size. It kind of died out. I'm probably completely wrong on that. I'm just talking out of my ass. But I believe that to be why the shift was towards DVDs as opposed to Laserdiscs. I think the cost was a lot cheaper too to produce them. But anyway, so I'm rummaging through all these Laserdiscs, and that's when I went to the back. I was like, well, if there's a bunch of Laserdiscs here, I'm sure someone just turned in their Laserdisc player, and sure enough, it was there. But I picked up a stack of Laserdiscs. We got The Doors. Alright, I have to find the way. I picked up West Side Story. No freaking easy way to put these things down. They had another Looney Tunes Complete Uncut Cartoons. So I got 2 of those. I think there was only 2, but I thought it was pretty cool. Looney Tunes on Laserdiscs. Hells motherfucking yeah. We got Newsies. Another fun Disney sing-along. We got Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October. We got Mr. John Wayne in The Alamo. Silly, The Alamo doesn't have a basement. I just watched that this weekend. Some Like It Hot. With the Marilyn Monroe. We got Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And the last one I picked up was The Godfather. And for the larger Laserdiscs, they wanted $4. So I thought that was, I could have left them there until it was blue, but I doubt those things would be there in a couple of weeks. So I grabbed the ones that I felt weren't going to be there, and I just left the rest, and I'll probably pick those up. Like they had the 10 Commandments, some other obscure ones that, they're not the classics. I definitely was not going to leave those Looney Tunes there. Fuck that. Those would not be there. I would just buy those just to say I fucking own Looney Tunes on Laserdiscs. So, yeah. The other ones, they wanted, like, for the single, not the deluxe editions, they wanted about $2 a piece. So altogether, I paid $40 for everything, which, out the door, that's pretty damn good. Gonna have to, actually see if it works, and then I gotta find a remote, but I'm just happy that I own a Laserdisc player. I don't even know if that's a good thing to say or to be proud of, but I think it's kind of fun. I never got into Betamax or any of those, and I did pass on. They had a bunch of Transformer Betamax tapes when I went up to the Value Village like a couple of months ago. I passed on all that stuff. But I think a Laserdisc player is pretty cool. I can't wait to watch some of them, because I feel like, as far as VHS, obviously it's far superior, and at this point I'm not sure if the transition to DVD or even Blu-ray for some of the older movies, how great the transition was. I think it might be better on Laserdisc, but I don't know. Kit, if you're Kit 171, Mike, if you're watching this, maybe you can tell me. Remember, you did a video on Laserdisc discs that I think your grandfather has. So maybe you can shed some light on Laserdisc, because I think it's kind of a cool thing. It's kind of a lot like the 3DO, or I guess the 3DO is probably or the Philips CDI. Those three, they were like top, supposedly top of the line, as far as the hardware, which the 3DO, I think it's safe to say it's a pretty powerful system. But the CDI was just crap. But again, it's one of those things. It was an overpriced, overly marketed as the next greatest thing, and it died within not too long of a lifespan, years. So yeah, I own one. I think that's again, yeah, Laserdisc player at Goodwill. Just shows, man. You'll never know what you find. And then the other one, I got the 360. and fully functioning for 20 bucks. Good scores. Whoa, force push. Push. There we go. But as always, guys, yeah, thanks for sticking around, everyone who did. Hope you enjoyed. Comment below with your digits, and subscribe up top. Hopefully, I got some things coming to me in the mail, but they'll take a little while because they're coming from Japan. But I do have a package on its way from my buddy Bob. Thanks, Bob. We got some good stuff to go over when I get that package. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.